Hello, welcome to the video, and today I'm just going to quickly go through a guide on how to rapid farm Killavolt as each of the characters, going over their setups. I'll be covering each character individually because each kill is quite different. So, yeah, this will be useful if you're just trying to get good legendaries, or especially those Monarchs. I'm currently after Terra Crit Monarchs. I am like 8 hours into farming and I'm yet to receive one, but hey, you know, we got a month of this event. But I need to do my Monarch farming. Anyway. So, starting with we're starting with Flak. Going to be using a Psycho Stabber. 2 characters I use this on. 390 anoint. Level doesn't matter, nothing else matters, just 390 anoint on the Psycho Stabber. It got buffed to 340% melee recently, so very good, powerful melee weapon. And that'll go with our Stinger. I've got non-anointed here, just to showcase you don't need an anoint. You can farm on Mayhem 1 to get this if you want. But the fact that it's doing radiation damage is quite important. You can maybe try a non-LE or a fire one, but you'd be really on the back foot and you'd need like damn near perfect kit on the rest of your loadout. You can of course do ion cannon farming. It is much slower though, and I do have a video on that in the past. Level 57, but same rules apply. So yeah, we've got the Stinger here. It's also the quickest way. You can just instantly kill. Class mode, we're going to need 3 impact tactics. This can roll on the stack bot, the trainer, and the rack pack. I'm not sure of any purples, but just keep an eye out just in case. But 3 pack tactics is quite important. The 2 Hunter's Eye here is not doing anything for us. And then we're going to need 3 decent bonuses after this. So I have splash damage on my comm, melee damage on my comm, and rad damage on my artifact. The Victory Rush here isn't applying, so don't worry about that. Of course, you can roll AoE on your artifact. It's actually a much bigger bonus than on comm, so you can have that there as well. Just have a good mix between these 2 item slots. Mine is on a quite heavily loaded stack bot, but these passes could easily be on the artifact as well. And if you don't have, say, that radiation damage there, you can work in an It's Piss Grenade. Even better if it's got like the Throne Anoint. It won't do much because this is 3v2 as well, but it's something. It might put you over the edge to get the one shot. And then in the skills, 3 impact tactics, 5 in Yorp, Spider Ant Scorcher, Hidden Machine, and the Power Inside. These are the only skills that are going to be doing anything. Everything else does not matter. And then I'm going to be using Fade Away. So as for the kill itself, this is console friendly, by the way, because we're going to be dying and respawning because that respawns Killavolt. So I'm going to activate my Fade Away, and I'm going to run in. The fight's going to start. Hey, Killavolt. His barrier's going to go down. I'm going to run into him. I'm going to instantly die. Reason for that is there's a shock plate below Killavolt, and that's going to deplete our shield for us, triggering Nova, killing Killavolt. That's going to leave a post-mortem skull, which is going to hit me and kill me. If you do not have a post-mortem on, and you don't want to run it, you don't want to reroll, that's fine. Just maybe carry just a random purple Torg weapon that you find, a pistol, a shotgun, whatever, and then just kill yourself with that afterwards. And as you can see here, Killavolt respawned. He didn't actually drop us any legendaries that run. There we go. And I think that's actually a Monarch as well, so that's brilliant timing. And once you're done farming, after, 15, 20 minutes, however long you spend, don't go too far. You can sift through the loot, drop your loot into a corner, just only drop legendaries. Don't drop non-legendaries, it might disappear, depending on how long you farm. Or what I do is I just like aim down sight and just kind of look at each weapon and look for the Monarchs. The reason why we enter Fade Away beforehand, by the way, is for Hidden Machine, so I thought I'd clarify that. I'm gonna hug, I'm gonna instantly die, and say if I want to loot, I'm just gonna crawl over to my pet here. My pet's gonna revive me, hopefully. I wasn't backed away there. So yeah, that is Flak. I'm just gonna quickly look at this Monarch. Hey, next to Max, on an element. Okay, cool. Brilliant. Brilliant. So with that, I'm going to be jumping over to Zane now. Okay, moving on to Zane. Now, I actually think this one's probably going to be the easiest to farm for. So first up, we've got a 300 over 90 Pestilence. You can farm this from Heckle in the Jacob's Estate, or Tomic and Celestia in Tazandir Ruins. You get a 300 over 91. I've been told this is quite a low damage roll by Garwood. Credit to him for this particular kill setup. So whatever that means. If you had a high base damage one, maybe the thresholds for the rest of our kit is a bit simpler, but honestly, super easy to farm for, to gear for. Our artifact here is an old Snowdrift that I have, with 0 damage bonuses on it. and I've got an Infiltrator with action skill damage and 3 in violent momentum. Now, you could run a splash damage splash damage passive on your Snowdrift, and that would probably eliminate the need for at least 2 points of violent momentum. And then I could also roll splash on my class mod as well. Splash and action skill damage will really, really help. And I think a stinger helps too, but of course that's a Guardian Takedown item, so I haven't used that here. So yeah, that one's much easier to gear for. That's it for you need with gear. I found this Infiltrator whilst during this farm actually, and I thought it was a good one to showcase this off with. As for the skills, you don't really need anything. I guess Supersonic Man's going to help us. Confident Confidence is going to help us a teeny tiny amount. And then we've got, of course, the big one, Violent Momentum, Violent Speed, Death Follows Close, and Seeing Red. And that's the big one. Now, in terms of gameplay, what we're going to do is going to quickly shoot our clone, deploy our clone, sorry. We're going to need Old You, of course, yeah. We're going to kill ourselves with the Pestilence, and then instantly swap away from the Pestilence. And then I'm going to Old You. Now our Pestilence is ready, it's overheated. What it does, it releases a Nova once it overheats, and this Nova is action skill damage. That's why I said action skill damage is important. And it gets Mayhem Scaling. Now we've got our clone back. I'm just going to summon these two here, and this is about timing. What we're going to do, we're going to start sprinting, swap and slide. Swap away from our Pestilence so it doesn't cool down. Get hit by the death, then bleed out and die. Reason why I get hit by the death first is if it hits me after I bleed out, it depletes my shield and I don't have topped off. Now I'm actually kind of worried that I was a bit slow on the weapon slot there, I hope not. But yeah, and we should be able to have our action skills back already. Deploy. And yeah, this one will take a few tries. Start sprinting, swap slide. That kind of time between runs. And yeah, that's the Zane run. Looting is, of course, the same as Flak. Oh, there's another Monarch there, actually. Once you're done looting, done killing, sorry, and you want to get a second wind, you can either throw in a red suit so you don't die, or you can just Old You back up onto your feet. So that's what I'm going to do this run. Pull my action skills for Seeing Red. Get ready. Swap slide. Gonna let the death hit me. Then I Old You back up with my feet, and it's a GG swap, so not a very good one. Any others in here? Nah. Alright, so I'm gonna be jumping over to Amara now. And now onto Amara. Amara's very, very easy to gear for because she's got so much tree melee damage, so of course I'm gonna be using the 300/90 Psycho Stabber again. It's made another appearance. And then I'm gonna use, this is the tricky part. So whilst the rest of the kit is very easy, the Stinger, we don't need an ASS one, but it helps because of Laid Bear. If you don't have an ASS Stinger and you're just running a normal Radiation Stinger, you are going to need some more bonuses here. So I have a splash damage bonus on my class mod, nothing else, and nothing on my Snowdrift that will help. Nothing here is helping this kill, only that splash passive. So if you do not have AS start on your Stinger, that's okay. You can work in a Piss Grenade, you can work in AoE on both your class mod and Artifact, you can work in melee damage boost, you can work in a melee comm. So I've got a breaker there with Find Your Center and some splash damage. I've got another one here with just Find Your Center. Action skill damage won't apply to Stinger Nova like it does Pestilence. A breaker there with melee damage. The Muse is really good too. So there's a melee splash, 3 Illuminated Fist Muse. That's massively overkill. What's going on here with my UI? Where's my purple comm? There we go. So yeah, very easy to gear for in these two slots. It's just the shield. If you got a normal shield, you can compensate for more over here. And then for the spec, you're gonna need Arms Deal, Find Your Center, Blitz, not Guardian Angel, Laid Bear, Tempest, and Illuminated Fist. Your action skill element doesn't matter. I just throw it on fire, and the augment doesn't matter at all. Turn it off technically. And yeah, and that's it for that. We use Phase Grasp because Phase Grasp is able to do damage on impact at the same time it triggers AS start. All other action skills trigger action skill start before the action skill connects with the boss. So we have to use Phase Grasp to apply Laid Bear. But as I say, if you do not have an action skill start stinger, you can just make up for that elsewhere in the slots and just hug Killavolt like we did on Flak. So what we're going to do is we're going to just jump down. And this one's the easiest one to execute as well. It's just walk up, phase grasp, he does. And then we walk into our Death Skull and repeat. That's literally it. And I think I may have misspoke about absolutely needing better stats on our other equipment with action skill start. I don't think we do, actually. Because we could apply Laid Bear and then just hug Killavolt. So yeah, forget that. You don't need an action skill start stinger, it just speeds things up. So as long as you can get that radiation stinger, same on Flak, we'll be good. If we don't get a Monarch here, I'm just going to jump over to Moze. Any Monarchs? I probably should have... No. Oh well. Once you're done looting, you just don't get hit by death. Forehead. What kind of class mod is that? Whatever. I'll jump on over to Moze now. And now on to here as Moze. Now, Moze is probably the most convoluted and complex and finicky one of the four. You can get a much simpler kill just with Short Fuse, Skag Den, Ion Cannon, but you have to save quit because Short Fuse is predetermined, so after your first 2 kills, the next shot's not going to be a Short Fuse hit, so you have to do save quits, and that kind of defeats the purpose of a console-friendly farm. And this is the best I can make it for console-friendly. If you're PC and you don't mind save quitting, Ion Cannon, but this is this. So what we're going to need is a weapon to kill ourselves with, an eruption, a flare, and a artifact with AoE on it. Now I do have action skill damage on my artifact, and I do have AoE damage on my... I've got action skill damage on my comm and AoE damage on my artifact. Of course, you can also roll splash on your comm. I've got 2 points in Stainless Steel Bear, which is also helping, but you can run a Deathless with Desperate Measures. I have not got a Deathless with AoE on it, but that will also help you with a bit of extra damage if you don't, say, have Stainless Steel Bear rolls on your flare, if you rolled like 1 or 0. As for spec, we've got Stainless Steel Bear up to max, Skag Den for a very minor increase, same goes for Stoke, Scorching's a nice bonus, Specialist Bear's a nice bonus, and yeah, if you want, you can spec Desperate Measures with that Deathless to help as well. And that's the only things that are going to really help us there. Unfortunately, there aren't too many things to help out Iron Bear. There is a Cloud of Lead trick, but every time I tried it, it didn't really work. So if you are aware of that, to be able to like double up nukes, it didn't work for me for some reason. If you can make it work, more power to you, but I couldn't. It was always causing my my shots to do less overall damage for some reason. So what we're going to do with our Eruption, this is a debuff weapon. I'm going to overheat it, similar to the Pestilence, only this one won't blow us up. And we're going to go into the fight. If you've got better kit than I do right now, you only need to send out 1 debuff. But because I've set mine on edge, I send out 2. So I just melee to interrupt it. Then I jump to Iron Bear and I send out 2 Hammer Down Protocols. I jump out of Iron Bear and shoot my feet. Because sometimes it kills the post-mortem as well, so... that's how I get the death respawn console friendliness onto this particular kill. And that's the kill there. We don't have to reheat up our Eruption every single time. And that's just how the Moze run runs. I say, when you equip the Eruption, it's just going to send out these little shots that are going to debuff Killavolt, a melee to interrupt the animation, so it does it again. So it does it twice, then I swap away. Iron Bear nukes. Ah, we actually got a death this time. A bit inconsistent, that's why I have the splash gun to kill myself. And yeah, and that's on repeat. So yeah, that covers all the characters. I didn't want this video to be too long, since I'd be covering 4 characters. So if there are any holes, any questions, anything that I missed, do ask, and I will try and answer them. YouTube's a right pain when it comes to notifying me about these, but I will try my best in answering as many things as I can, and making as many clarifications as I can. If needed, I've messed up this kill already. Yeah, that's what happens if we don't debuff. I mean, if you do muck it up, it's not the end of the world. It's a good thing I actually did that, actually. Because... he teleported! He never did that in practice. Okay. Well, now he's just rude. Killavolt rude. Rude. Who would have thought? Anyway, I hope that this helped you out. If you're able to put any of these quick setups together to help you speed farm Killavolt, I hope this helps you out on console, because console farming sucks with that loading screen. So I do hope this video at least helps somebody. So yeah, with that, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Stay safe, stay awesome. Bye bye.